Hi there! Welcome to OneClick Code Academy. In today's video, I'll show you step-by-step how to create a building code report in OneClick Code. When you're working on a roof or any construction project, knowing the exact building codes for that address isn't optional, it's critical. Codes vary from one jurisdiction to another, and missing even a small detail can mean failed inspections, costly rework, or delays in payment. Our building code report takes the guesswork out by giving you verified, location-specific codes in minutes. This quick walkthrough will help you save time and ensure accuracy every single time. Let's get started. On your dashboard, go to Projects and click on Create Project. Type in the property address, and the system instantly pulls the correct jurisdiction. This matters because even neighboring houses can have different codes or requirements, and entering the correct address ensures you're working with the correct authority having jurisdiction. Once your desired address pops up, click Submit. From here, you're taken to your project page, which displays key property details like estimated value, home size, year built, and number of floors. It also includes jurisdiction and sales tax. This gives you a full snapshot before diving into the code details. To access the full building code report, click Unlock in any of the sections. This will give you access to additional features like municipality contact information, building code enforcement details, and more. A pop-up will appear showing everything you're about to unlock. You'll also see a toggle for adding weather history to your project. For this example, I will not turn it on, but this step is optional. Click Submit. Select your property type, residential or commercial. Residential projects will create a code detail report with requirements specific to homes, while commercial projects will provide International Building Code (IBC) details that apply to larger structures and non-residential buildings. For this example, we are showcasing a residential code detail report. Next, choose your roof type, pitched or flat. Finally, you can enter a project date. This field is optional, but if you're working with an insurance claim or need to reflect a date of loss, selecting it will ensure the report shows the code enforcement details in effect at that time. Once your selections are complete, click Submit. Just like that, your project is fully unlocked, with all the relevant code information ready for you. To access the report, head back to your homepage. Click View Report under your project details. And there you have it, your verified building code report. Let's take a closer look at everything you get with your report. On the very first page, you'll see a quick overview of your property. We start with the address and an aerial image of the building. You'll also see the authority having jurisdiction, whether a building code is enforced, if installation must follow roofing manufacturer specifications, and if building permits are required. This section also includes your sales tax rate and municipality information. Next, we show you the IRC and IECC details. IRC stands for the International Residential Code. It's the rulebook for how residential buildings should be built, covering things like roofing, framing, and safety requirements. In your report, the IRC section answers yes or no, which means whether it's required or not for ice and water shield, drip edge, valley liner, underlayment, and chimney cricket. IECC stands for the International Energy Conservation Code. This one focuses on energy efficiency, things like insulation and climate conditions that help save energy. In your report, the IECC section shows your property's elevation, climate zone, and the requirements for wood frame wall and ceiling insulation. Finally, you'll find property-specific details like the estimated value, total home size, the year it was built, and the number of floors. On the remaining pages of your report, you get the detailed explanation of yes or no roof requirements. For ice and water shield, OneClick Code confirms whether an ice and water shield is required at the eaves for your property. It also explains when and where ice barriers would be required, what materials can be used, and any exceptions. That means you're not just getting a yes or no, you're getting the rule spelled out, so you know exactly why. For drip edge, report tells you if a drip edge is required or not. It also provides the exact installation rules, how far it must extend, how it should overlap, and even the spacing of the fasteners. So instead of hunting through code books, you get the requirement and the installation detail right in one place. For valley liners, it also explains the different acceptable materials and installation methods, whether you're working with metal, roll roofing, or shingles. That level of detail makes it easy for contractors to know their options while still staying compliant. For underlayment, we confirm if it's required or not, and provide the standards it must meet, like ASTM designations, and how it should be installed depending on roof slope and wind design areas. This removes all the guesswork around which products and methods are acceptable. For chimney cricket, the report goes beyond a yes or no. It spells out the exact rule, for example, that a cricket is only needed if the chimney is wider than a certain measurement. That way, you know exactly when it applies, avoiding extra work while still staying compliant. For sheathing, the report explains that new sheathing isn't automatically required. It depends on thickness, rafter spacing, elevation, and snow load. To back this up, it even provides span tables with allowable loads. That's the kind of detail that normally takes hours of digging to find, but here it's done for you. At the end of your report, you'll see whether roof assemblies in your jurisdiction must be installed according to manufacturer specifications. If they are enforced, the report confirms it for you, removing any uncertainty about what inspectors will be looking for. You'll also see whether building permits are issued and codes are enforced in your area. That way, you know exactly what rules apply locally and whether you'll need to pull a permit before starting work. At the end of the code detail report, when available, you'll also see Table R301.2, which is the climatic and geographic design criteria table. This page is scanned directly from the municipality, so it comes straight from the official source. This table is extremely important as it outlines the climatic and geographic design factors that drive safe construction in that jurisdiction. It specifies critical details, such as maximum wind speed, ground snow load, frost depth, and other local conditions that directly shape how projects must be designed and built. Including this page underscores how precise, local, and credible the OneClick code report truly is. And if you ever need to refer back to it later, you can easily download the PDF by clicking on the download icon at the top right of your report. And that's how and why you create a building code report in OneClick code. It's about saving time, avoiding costly errors, and getting paid faster. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your free trial with OneClick code today. See you next time.